Arpine, I'm so excited to be joined by you. I am so excited for your session. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I am super excited as well. It's coming up quick, and I can't wait to dive into it. I feel like the conference will be here before we know it.
Absolutely. And for anyone that doesn't know who you are, please do take a minute just to introduce yourself and Threat Connect.
Yeah, hi everybody. I am Arpine Babloyan. I run demand generation at Threat Connect. I've been here for about 3.5 years. Feels sometimes it feels like 100, sometimes it feels like a week. Things are moving fast here, and we operate in the threat intelligence space and also in the risk quantification space. So we have a few super fun products for threat, for security operations, and for risk professionals.
Without being too biased, you guys are working on some really cool stuff, and I love following up with you guys on LinkedIn. But I am very biased because I do love Threat Connect, and I'm usually repping the merch.
I
Today I'm
love
staying
that.
neutral.
We welcome
um,
all fans.
and And Arfine, you are one of the heroes that I look up to in the cybersecurity marketing community. So I'm so delighted that you are here today, and I cannot wait to pick your brains. But before we get into that, we are going to play a few games. All I ask is that you're super speedy. So do you have a drink ready, and what is your drink?
I have my coffee, and it's so ready.
Well, cheers to that. I'll be drinking water. But the first game is Never Have I Ever. And for anyone that doesn't know the rules of this game, I say a statement. If you have done it, you have to drink. So we might be very hydrated by the end of it. So I'm gonna start. Never have I ever used a stock photo of a hacker in a dark hoodie. Oh, we've all been there. We've all been there. Never have I ever taken 15 different photos of my coffee next to my laptop to get the perfect thought leader LinkedIn post. No, you're not drinking for that one. Um, never have I ever accidentally sent an email with first name instead of the first name. Email marketing boo boos happen to the
Mhm,
best of us.
mhm, mhm.
Never have I ever had to explain to a sales rep for the 10th time what an MQL is.
Oh, I need my whole month for that one.
I know sometimes it gets like that, but I have a sneaky feeling you have a little solution to that, and you'll be sharing it a little bit later on. Never have I ever spent far too much on crappy event swag. I have to know, what was it?
A disclaimer though, we thought it was good at the time that we did this, and it was a long time ago, and we came, it was not a Threat Connect, but we found these little things. They were called boogie bots, and it's that little like plastic robot that kind of, if you wind it up, it dances like this. And so they're fun when you put a bunch of them in the booth and they all move, but they are like cheap and so plastic. And uh, in retrospect, it was a good memory, but maybe not the best idea.
I kind of I enjoyed that story even just for your dance moves, Alpine. More of that, please.
Boogie
Never have I ever, yeah, Boogie and on. Never have I ever had to convince leadership not to coin a new term. They love it, don't they? But it's an SEO nightmare.
yeah, had some painful memories with that one.
Never have I ever gone to a competitor's conference booth for the freebies.
I don't think I have. We always have better ones these
Oh,
days.
I love that. That is it. That's what everyone head over to Fret Connect. Actually, I can vouch for that because as I said, I wear the hoodie, I use the mug, like I'm for
Our
it.
t-shirts are literally the best.
I actually have like quite a few of them. I've got a little collection. But
And
you are right.
we do say sometimes people come to our booth wearing our t-shirt to get something extra, and people do, which is awesome.
You've got fans. I love that. You could create a little swag shop and like
I know, you
Threat
know what?
Connect over
You're
there.
not the first person to say that. We really should. We do have people that just sometimes want that.
But they also want the product as well. I know that. um, Never have I ever used the phrase in a blog or a social post in the ever evolving cyber landscape. Be
No.
honest.
I don't think I have. The AI loves coming up with in a world
Yes.
full of threats. So I think I just got so allergic to it that I'm like looking for it and taking it out. I actually had to tell my AI just yesterday, can you stop saying in a world? Because it just kept trying to insert it everywhere.
It's going to say now in a planet on
Oh
the
yeah,
earth.
yeah,
But I only drunk for that one in my defense. I said it before ChatGPT was a
that's
thing.
true.
And I thought it was cool, but I'd never use it. I'm allergic to it now as
I feel like, yeah, I feel like maybe when it's like your first time, it's okay because it's just once, you know? And then when you see more and more everywhere, you're like, okay, that's done.
well. I feel much better about the situation now.
You're
um,
awesome, so you should.
My next one is so the next game is an acronyms game. So I'll say an acronym like AI and I just need you to tell me what it stands for. Now the reason why we're playing this game is because there are far too many there are far too many acronyms in our industry and I think we need to stop using them personally. But what I found from playing this game is that no one actually knows all of the acronyms. But Charles has done the best in this game, so no pressure.
Oh,
No
oh,
pressure.
I'm scared of this one.
Let's start easy. What is AI?
Artificial intelligence.
Good, but you have to be faster, Arpine. Faster. This one's speed.
Man,
This is
oh,
all about speed. Right.
okay, okay.
Okay, so we're gonna get actually into it. No more practice. MFA,
I don't, Master of Fine Arts.
multi-factor authentication. It's Cyber Edition. Cyber
I
Edition.
know. I just that was the first thing that came to mind. I knew that.
Anyone would think you've been watching Harry Potter. uh, MSP,
Managed services provider.
correct. SOC, SOC.
Security Operations Center.
EDR,
Uh, something demand response.
endpoint detection and response.
See, again, I'm thinking about a
APT,
different industry. Oh, APT.
APT,
Advanced persistent threat.
correct. VPN.
I know what it does. What does it stand for, though? Uh, I don't. Something maybe protected network. Something
Close, a virtual private network.
private network. I knew that too, but
One
I
that's
don't remember it anymore.
it's so hard, isn't it? The next one is close to my heart. GDPR.
Um, again, I know what it is. So, um, but what does it stand for? Governance and data protection, or what's the R? It's a regulation, maybe?
Oh, you got three out of the four words, to be fair. It's General Data Protection Regulation.
Oh, okay, so I was close. It's funny because sometimes
You
when you know what it does, you can actually like backtrack it even if you don't remember it.
no, for sure. The next one is SIM, which is SIEM.
Security, information events monitoring.
Events management. Oh, you were so close.
Management.
Damn that the next one, and they do get harder. No one's got this one. SWSN. I don't even how do you even pronounce that one?
So SN would probably be security network, but what is SW? I don't know. I actually don't know if I've used
I
that one.
I don't I've not come across this one before.
No, what is it?
I didn't know that one either. Well, I'll tell you at the end. And then the
Okay.
last one, no one's got this one, not even Charles. HAHA. Sounds
Huh.
kind of funny when you think about
Haha. Uh, I don't know that one either. I can't even. I don't think I've come across that one.
it. Arpine, you are just way too smart for me. The last two were made up.
Oh my god!
It does show that there are too many acronyms in our
I did
industry.
say
So
haha. You know what? I'm sure
you
if you
did.
look it up, there is something for that that exists.
And if not, we'll make it up. We'll make it up. But
I'm sure.
SWSA is my
I.
name.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. See, I should have.
What
I
am
should
I
have
like?
guessed. I was in the zone. You know, I'm like, okay, I need to think about every word. What does it stand for? What context have I seen it in?
Oh no, no, thank you for playing along. And then the next game we have is just going to test your creativity, and all you got to do is finish my sentence. There's no right or wrong. I just want to know how creative you are. So I could say a statement, and you just finish it. So the dark web is like.
um, a night without stars.
Love that, very visual
Do I have
description.
to be speedy for that, or can I think?
No, I like speedy because whatever comes to your mind is probably the most coolest thing.
Okay.
Explaining cybersecurity to my family is like.
Uh, changing a little kid's diaper. It's like kind of messy, you don't know how it's gonna end up sometimes. It might go really well, it might go really badly. It's gonna be fine in the end.
I've never heard that one, but I might just steal it. If if our marketing budget doubled tomorrow, the first thing I would do is.
PR.
Oh, very good. AI in cybersecurity marketing is like.
Oh, like a magic wand that you don't know how to use.
Oh, I love you have been watching Harry Potter.
And you also mentioned it, so I started to think about it. But yeah, that's I
It's
think,
psychology.
yeah.
The most overused marketing buzzword in our industry right now is.
AI.
Everyone has said that. It's going to come as no
True.
shock.
Yeah.
A cybersecurity trade show booth is like.
um like, okay, I'm gonna say like a museum, because honestly that's the theme that we did for our latest show year. So we had museum themed for Black Cat and for RSA, and so that was the first thing that came to mind. But we had like swag was a little gift shop, we had a whole exhibit of cybersecurity past and future and present, we had some artifacts. So it's still fresh in my mind.
I love that. And actually, funny enough, Charles said the exact same thing. You guys great think alike.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It stuck with us. We loved it.
No, it sounds great. I've got massive FOMO for that. Um, the next big trend in cybersecurity marketing will be.
um, automating everything that can be automated.
I was hoping you would say that because that leads very nicely onto your session, but we've got two more quick ones. If I could give one piece of advice to my younger marketing self, it would be.
Don't be too confident, and believe that you don't know everything.
I love that. That is a good one. That is actually a really good one. And then the last one is my email password is.
No.
Is your password no?
That is
This
up to the hooded hacker to guess.
you don't ask, you don't get. I guess in this case, you gotta try it. You gotta try it.
It was a good try.
Oh, thank you. That's all that matters. It's
Oh,
taking
that's
part.
fun.
No, thank you so much for playing that game. And then the last game is just a really interesting one, quite difficult though. But if you had to describe cybersecurity marketing in the name of a song or a film, what would it be and why?
Okay, I do need to think about it
You
for
can
a
think.
moment. I do think actually I would probably say the show must go on, because I think when you are in cybersecurity marketing, it's changing. It's changing so fast, and it's both marketing is changing and the cyber industry is changing. And sometimes there are things that you're faced with that you're thinking, I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. Like, everyone's talking about AI. Do I talk about AI? Everyone's using this new tool. Do I use this tool? And I think that thinking of the show must go on is like that ultimate goal. Like, you got to think about, what are you working towards? What are you trying to do for it to go on? And then make your decisions based off of that. And sometimes it does feel like the end of the world, especially if you're in a space where, like, there is a big breach and then you don't know how to deal with it. And there are some of our colleagues that had to manage some difficult situations, in the last couple of years because of what they've experienced in their companies. But yeah, the show must go on. So
I
that's
love that.
thinking.
I love that. And actually, I think, CrowdStrike are a great example of that. Something disastrous can happen, but it's how you recover from that and pick up because it can happen to anybody. And so yeah, I think that is really solid advice.
Yeah,
But let's
that they were actually ones of the few I thought about when I thought about that too. They did a great job with that.
yeah, yeah. Well, let's get on to your session because I am so, so, so excited about this one. So you're going to be speaking about choosing the right AI BDR partner. And I
Yes.
think this is something that a lot of people are definitely going to be very curious about, but very scared to try. So I want to know, why should someone attend your session and what can they expect to take away?
Well, I think one reason is if it is something that a marketer is planning to try or implement or is in process of implementing, because we have been at Threat Connect on this journey for about a year, even more than a year. And it started with evaluating all these different partners and then choosing one or two, and then going through a year's worth of implementation, measuring iterations, figuring out what's working, what's not working. And a lot of my sessions will be some of those lessons that we learned along the way. So hopefully our pains will make someone else's life easier when they're going through that same thing.
I'm so, so excited to hear that because I know even with some of my teams as well, it's definitely a conversation that comes up a lot. Do you mind me asking with the AI BDRs, to what capacity are you using them at the moment? Is it email only? Is it emails and calls? Just to give people a real flavor of how far they can really go with this.
It is emails and it is call scripts and call notes. We don't have AI calling. We also use it as a chat bot as well, which is not as much of a focus on my session, but I'm happy to answer anyone's question because we are using it for that. The one interesting thing is that our use case is pretty unique. And when we embarked on this journey, we didn't realize that a lot of companies that want to implement AI BDRs, they're looking for replacing BDRs with AI, or they're looking for using an AI BDR to add additional territory. We're actually using it to empower our existing BDRs. We want to keep them and we want to fight for them, and they're awesome. And so we want to make their life easier. And that was not as straightforward as we thought it was going to be. So that's a little spoiler of some of the things I'm going to be talking about.
Oh, I'm so excited because I think that, and that's a really good way to frame it, because I think there probably are a lot of companies that are using AI SDRs to replace SDRs. So do you think that it was easy for you guys to convince internally, and bring the SDRs on this journey? Did they see the value in it straight away, or is that also an uphill battle?
So easy. We just said we're gonna do it, and they're like, "Yay!" No, no, it wasn't easy at all.
Amazing.
I wish it was. It's never easy, and there are different things that are that are hard about it. One is it's extra budget, right? You would think, why do you need to, if you're not replacing them, why do you need to add something? They can just write those emails themselves. They can, do internet research and figure out how to approach a prospect. And then there is also that pushback on their end, and even when they don't openly push back, you can see they don't always have good poker faces. They're always wondering, like, is that going to take my job? Is that going to be like, if AI is going to do all of that, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And we definitely had some of that. Well, let's not send these leads to AI. Can we do it? And it took some time to really say, hey, this is actually for you. You should be excited about it. And, we want your feedback on how it's working on a very regular basis, because we're not trying to augment you. We're trying to help you.
Yeah. And actually, there probably are a lot of these vendors out there at the minute. But can you like share one or two spoilers of red flags you should be looking for if you're analyzing or assessing different AI SDR vendors? Can you give the audience a few tips to look forward to?
The one that was big for us is having them try to generate an email on the fly when you're doing a live demo with them and see how good it does. Um, because oftentimes they come with prepared emails and they read well and they look good. And yes, of course, you have to give them a discount that their AI models aren't trained on your products.
Mhm.
But you will get an idea of how good their underlying LLM is when you just like give it a simple prompt and it comes up with something. And in most cases for us, it was not great. And actually, it was one of our requirements that we were evaluating against, is how good their email writing is. And then I was actually preparing for this, looking at my notes, and some of it was like, email was good, or that email was awful. So I would say that is one. And then integrations, kind of coming up in advance what your ecosystem is that you want this AI to be part of, this AI BDR. Where do you want it to feed? Where do you want to maybe grab data from? And how seamless that is.
Nice. That is actually really, really good tips that people can start implementing straight away. So I know that the audience are going to very much benefit from that, and definitely be flocking to your session. I know I will be. But other than your own session, and this is my final question, what are you most looking forward to at the conference?
I feel like going to Cyber Marketing Con is like meeting old friends. And I this will be my third. And I've gone to other Cybersecurity Marketing Society events. So it's always awesome to see familiar faces and catch up. I
Mm.
work remotely. So for me, it's like double the benefit of seeing people, and seeing people who are like-minded, who have the same pain points that I do, and just talk about stuff that I can't talk to anybody else about, like sales and all that stuff that you asked me about earlier.
I love that. Honestly, I do actually get massive FOMO when you guys are all in person. But for everyone that is also joining virtually, we'll all be there in spirit. We'll be able to connect as well. And for anyone who watches this video, please make sure you connect with Arpine. She is an absolute marketing genius. But thank you so, so much for taking the time to speak to me today and playing along with my games. You've been a great sport. Thank you so much, Arpine.
Thank you. That was so much fun. I'm now embarrassed about all those acronyms I got wrong.
I think the industry should be embarrassed that we've got so many.
It's
I think
like I knew them. I knew them, but like yeah, you're right. We're using it so much that sometimes you don't think what's behind it, like GDPR or whatever.
There you go. In a world full of AIs, let's be a little bit more human. Unless you're talking about SDRs, in which case, let's enhance
I
that.
love that. Yes.
Well, thank you so, so much.
Thank you. That was so fun. Have a great one.